kayfabe.
Oh, okay.
Braxton
And
Sutter.
Allie can't wrestle.
I know. Braxton Sutter.
Mm-hmm.
Beat a jobber. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good to
you know
see
what
Pepper
really,
Parks.
well, we'll get to it with Slammiversary, but you know the match he had at Slammiversary? That should have been on this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't no BS.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
It didn't even occur to me
and
either,
then I'm like,
and then I saw that and I went, oh, you guys are assholes.
That's why.
That's why his name
You just
is
couldn't
that.
call him Ben then?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be Braxton?
Well, in all fairness, that's kind of an awesome name. Braxton Sutter. That's a pretty badass name.
Is it?
It's wasted on the fact that it's just a gimmick to use the word BS.
What I like it with tongue in cheek, he's like, and here's the best part. That's no BS. And he
Yeah.
winks at fucking JB and takes off.
Yeah. And JB sold it, and I groaned a little and died a little inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of things.
So Drew and Matt had their match.
Yep.
Ended in DQ because Matt's not winning the world title.
No.
And
Not
this
at all.
whole show, they were like, oh, Matt deleted Brother Nero. Brother Nero's not a thing anymore. The match is not happening.
Sure.
And then Willow comes on the screen.
Uh-huh. And
The
you
Willows
think,
come out.
oh my God, Willow.
And he cuts his promo, and for
Yeah.
some reason, like I said, Jeff Hardy can cut a pretty good promo. It's weird as fuck, but he can cut a pretty good promo when he's Willow.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
Nope.
But like, we could see the abilities there.
Yeah, he
But
has the ability, but when he's Jeff Hardy, I'd like
he
honestly,
does
what
the
it
weird
is,
laugh.
the
whole
problem is
thing.
Jeff Hardy's got to stop playing to the fans. What he thinks is playing to the fans is really, for most of us, just like, dude, stop doing that.
He has a connection with his creatures.
Well, again, I'm not arguing the connection, but you could just be angry.
And then we had the creatures put on the Willow mask.
Yeah,
and they're
which
like,
was
"Ooh,"
cool.
and Matt's like,
That was
"What?"
actually pretty good.
That was a little cheesy because
Yeah,
only
I know
the
they
first
only
few
had the
rows,
well,
and then you
it
look
could,
behind them.
It
and
could
like,
have been good, but they didn't have the money. Let's
They
face
didn't
it.
have money for the paper Willow masks.
And the weirder part
That's
was,
sad. They produced those, you know.
yeah, the worst part was they only needed to do one side.
It's
Like,
true.
they did the whole around the ring, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
you
know,
guys have a
hard
hard
cam.
cam.
Yeah.
You could just do that one side.
And then we get this whole Willow thing. The Willows come out. It's
Yeah.
a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy comes out. And I go, what?
And then him and Matt fight, and then that would go off the air with Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy.
Remember that whole thing we fantasy booked like 2 weeks ago? Where
Jeff being out,
Jeff
and then
being
Willow
like, yeah.
takes his place.
Yeah, and like, we don't know if it's Jeff or it's Willow and all this shit. And then he
They
keeps
could have
revealing-
even did an amalgamation of the two and call him Brother Nero.
Yeah, that would have worked too.
Like
And
half
then-
Willow,
yeah.
half Jeff Hardy, Brother Nero.
Yeah, like something like that. And that probably would have made Jeff happy as a pig in shit, because he loves doing
I
that
could
kind
do
of stuff.
both.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, all right, Jeff, you're not talking to the crowd, shut up. But they could have done
I
that.
guarantee you that's how he talks in real life.
Oh, I'm sure of it. But they didn't do any of that, and it was just Jeff Hardy. And then, spoiler alert for Slammiversary, it was just Jeff Hardy. There was no gimmick, no nothing.
No, Jeff Hardy,
Just Jeff.
who is a gimmick unto himself, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, charismatic enigma and all. He's a walking gimmick, but still. Fuck. They just wasted such a great opportunity.
They did.
Yeah.
Cutting to Slammiversary.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, starting, with Orlando Strong, the whole thing.
Yep.
That must have been crazy because
Yeah.
it happened
That morning.
like early, like 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
Yep.
That morning.
Yeah.
So you're like, we have a wrestling show
yeah.
we have to do here.
How are we going to do this?
What?
Yeah.
In Universal Studios, so it's
Yep.
a wrestling show in one of the most
In the epitome
populated
of, yeah.
places in the United States.
Yeah, like that's nuts.
So
yeah.
kudos to them for
Just
going
on with the show,
going
man.
on with the show, and I'm sure security was high.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, like I said, they did the
They did the
Moment
moment
of
of
silence,
silence.
so that was great.
Yeah, they did. They were very respectful, very well done. I appreciate it.
match number 1 was.
I will say,
X-Division.
hang on before you do this. I had to point it out. I had high hopes for this show going in because the music they used. It was the refrain from one of my favorite Pumpkin songs, "I" remixed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that's a Pumpkin song. That's "I." I know that song very well. It's really cool. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a great show. Okay.
Well, we'll talk about it.
I wasn't thrilled, but yeah.
Well, we were talking off mic, and it's not that it was a bad show. It's
might
that you're
be-
done.
Yeah, I think I might be done with the brand. I mean, there were definitely parts
Because
of it.
this show was not bad. You literally can't call this a bad show. You can't.
I don't know.
No, if you say it's
All
bad
right.
because you don't like TNA, that's fine. But you cannot. This was
I
not
mean-
like from a wrestling standpoint.
Yeah.
This was not
Well,
a bad show.
Here's the thing. I do think there was definitely a lot of missteps. We already mentioned one with the Braxton Storm thing was a waste. That should have been done on TV, not at a pay-per-view.
Well, they wanted to give importance to it.
I understand that.
Plus, they wanted, well, to be fair on this, it's Slammiversary.
Yeah.
You have an original who doesn't have a match.
I know.
Put James Storm on the Slammiversary show instead of just a TV show.
He's probably going to be the last original left very soon.
That's all I'm saying. That's why that match was there.
Okay, but still, I'm not saying that it was a bad show. I didn't really enjoy it very much. And again, I think that's the brand.
Yeah.
I think that's the brand. I think the brand has beaten me down too much that I can't really enjoy their product as much as I would like to.
We start with Eddie Edwards versus Trevor Lee versus Andrew Everett versus DJZ for the X Division title.
Yep.
Not an Ultimate X match.
No, although it should have been.
Well, you can't really because they just had these four guys.
That's
had
true.
one.
That's right. They did that waste
So
of time.
they
thing.
wasted it
Yeah,
on TV.
That was a waste. Yeah.
They gave it time.
They did.
It was really good. They kicked Helms out, so there was no interference.
Yep.
There was good back and forth with Lee and Everett. Like Everett going, no, I want to win the title.
Yeah.
Like I get that you're
Like,
the
basically
champ,
the
but
thing,
I want I can get a shot. I can be champion.
Yeah, the gimmick they always do when two guys who are friends, quote unquote, go into a match like this, they eventually split and be like, I want to win, no, I want to win, and then they beat the shit out of each other. Which is always good.
This ends with Eddie Edwards getting the win and getting the X Division title, which was smart because as long as Davey's going to be out,
You might as well, right?
might as well have Eddie Edwards, who's a strong, solid, like he was a world champion in ROH. So this is he's no slouch in singles competition.
he can manage.
So hopefully he'll carry that division for a while.
Hopefully it actually builds up the
And
division a bit.
this was a great match to start the show. Like I said, it was given time.
Solid match to start, yeah.
Because here's the thing, they were given 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
So they have the time.
Some of them I wish they'd extended a little bit better, but
Second,
yeah.
EC3 interview.
Yeah.
There was a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
This one was alright.
Didn't need these.
Yeah, I know, but this is their deal, right?
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
which is, again, one of the things that made me not enjoy the show
So
as much,
I'll
because
give
this
you
kind of
that.
shit was like,
I'll give you that.
you've already got the video package for
You don't need the
match.
interview.
You don't need the interview.
Yes.
You've already got this covered. That's what you do on your TV show.
Tribunal took on Guido and Mahabali Shira.
Can this be done now?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Again, not a bad tag
Not necessarily,
match, but
no,
I
but
think what it was you and
it's the
I
gimmick.
were just
Yeah, the story.
we're not into the story, and if
No.
you're not into the story, you can't really be into the match.
No, like going into this, like there was a couple matches I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see this, even if they were booked badly. I.e. the Jeff Hardy and the Matt thing, because it was just booked like shit, and the EC3 and Bennett, those were, pretty good. But this, I like the guys involved in the match, but the gimmick was so shitty, I just don't care. Like, the storyline was just so pointless. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sure I would enjoy this match if I didn't have to sit through the last 2 months of them jabberjawing about bullshit. I just really didn't like
Well,
it.
the Tribunal won, so
Yeah.
good for them.
Yeah.
Braxton and Storm talking in the back, which
Yeah.
led to the match later. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Billy coming out before the women's match because Maria broke her
Maria's
hand. I don't
broke
know
her
if
hand.
it's fake or whatever.
It could
I have
be
no idea.
legit.
Because
again, 2
this
months
was
ago.
a while ago.
Yeah,
so she
it
might have.
could be legit.
He goes, "This is legit."
Hey, motherfucker's in a suit this time.
Yeah.
So, he means business.
Well, he's always in an ill-fitted suit.
No, he's not. Usually he's in a fucking snowsuit.
Whatever. That was one time in the back in Scotland. He's worn suits out in front of the people before. I've never seen him in a parka out in front of the Impact Zone because that would be in Orlando. And you'd be a crazy person if you wore a parka in Orlando.
Are you trying to say Billy Corgan's not a crazy person?
Eccentric and crazy are two very different things.
That's a fine line.
See
my
Jeff
friend.
Hardy, for
fine
example.
line, my
Hey.
friend. Yeah, I would call Jeff Hardy crazy all day long.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yep.
Maria can't go, so you don't get the match. So Gail
Yeah.
gets inserted to the Sienna Jade triple threat match. Mm-hmm. And this match was bad
Yeah.
because this division is bad.
Yep.
And then Sienna won, which is good for her because I like Allison Kay.
Sure.
But Marty came back and then healed out on Jade, and I'm like, I don't care about the Dollhouse. I certainly don't care about the Dollhouse fighting each other.
No, but that's what we're going to get now.
We're going to get Marty versus Jade, and I'm not interested in that.
I don't care.
So that whole thing was no good. No bueno.
Give knockouts a chance?
Unfortunately. Lashley interview, again, these are all I'm going to win type interviews.
Again, why we don't need them, because
I did like what he was just like, announce me as the champion, JD.
Yeah, I did like
Well, you
that.
haven't won yet. Announce me as the champion,
yeah.
and then he announced him. So he's like, good job.
Yeah,
You know.
see, you did your job.
So one thing, all right.
You earn your num-nums.
Storm defeating Braxton Sutter.
Which I didn't
Sutton.
really understand necessarily.
Oh, you want to give the old cowboy a chance.
Do you?
Well, he gave up NXT for you. give him a win.
Excuse me. But although, he did kind of leave that out during his speech. Well, I've been here since day one. And I immediately went, except for that little hiccup when you went to WWE.
Well, they don't mention TNA. TNA don't mention them.
Actually, no. TNA mentions them frequently.
But Josh Matthews
Josh Matthews does. Josh Matthews.
He didn't get the memo.
He never did.
So that happened.
Yeah.
They had a beer afterwards.
Sure.
Right. It was literally just to get an original on Slammiversary.
Yeah.
Eli Drake interview again.
Mm-hmm. Don't need it.
It was
fine.
It was all right.
Yeah.
He's one namer of dummies. Two, he's naming himself. He's whatever.
Yeah.
Don't get mixed up in the sauce. He's got the problem with Eli. He's got like too many catchphrases that he rattles off.
He's
don't get lost in the sauce and all that
he's not
stuff.
like The Rock who spaced him out.
Yeah, he just rattles them off.
He's just rattling them off, going, "I got this." And you're like, no, you don't. If you say too many, we won't remember them.
King of the Mountain match.
Yep.
Eli beat Bram.
Sure.
Again.
Who cares? It was nothing.
It was nothing.
And we've seen the fucking match before, more than once.
Yeah. Mike Bennett.
Yep.
No, sorry.
No?
Yep, Bennett interviewed again. I'm the best.
I don't care.
Then the match. Match was good.
Yeah.
EC3 won. Maria wasn't involved.
No.
End of feud.
Yep.
EC3 can move on now. Bennett can move on to whatever.
To what?
Well, that's the problem, right?
I don't, because again, shallow roster, what the hell else are they going to do now?
Well, EC3's probably going to fight
Lashley.
Spoilies. Lashley wins the whole title.
Yeah.
Bennett, I don't know. Bennett can fight.
Braxton?
Maybe Braxton. Well, the thing is, you can do the Braxton Sutton thing with Storm and do the old, BS turns on James Storm, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And then we get what we wanted, which is Maria, Mike Bennett, Allie, and Braxton.
Kingdom, basically.
Get the Kingdom on.
Yeah, that works.
Because then, like I said, Braxton with his lady, Mike's with his lady. They're all friends.
They
Boom.
gotta stay.
You gotta stay.
That works. I'm all for it.
And then whatever, they can feud against whoever else. Win the tag titles. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Matt cuts a promo. He's weird. His music's weird. It's all piano music now. And
I think it was like literally the music he was supposedly playing in his house. Again, palatial estate.
The match was good.
Yeah, of course
you got
it was.
Jeff, Matt TLC
Jeff
match.
Matt and Jeff know how to beat the crap out of each other. They always
There
have.
was a keyboard.
There was, because you gotta. Right?
There was plenty of plunder.
Yeah.
Match was really good.
It was, because that's what they gotta do. I mean,
Jeff gets the win, so obviously that's over with.
Yeah.
But again, I guess because we weren't into the feud.
No, because the feud was pointless. And again, it should have been Willow and not Jeff. Because, and I'm not necessarily saying like fantasy
the match
booking,
isn't like bad because it wasn't.
No.
It
But
just
it was
would have
just
been
sort
better.
of like, there'd be that extra element of interest, and that would have probably made us enjoy the match more.
Yeah.
Because, not that I'm against, Matt and Jeff beating the shit out of each other because they're always really good at it, but just, we've seen it. And you weren't, and as much as you were trying to...
We've seen this match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we have, and this, unfortunately, as good as this match was, it wasn't that quality, so, it was just sort of one of those things where you're like, I get it, you had Crazy Matt, but I think it would have been better if you had Crazy Matt and Crazy Jeff, just, this family's fucked up match kind of deal, right? And it was just sort of like, well, it's the same thing we've seen before. Just
at least it had an ending.
It did, at least, yeah.
Not
we
like
didn't
the
get
last time.
That stupid ass, we're gonna not
ending.
count it out, even though it was a fucking last man standing match.
So,
yeah,
that happened.
It did.
Tag match. Decay beat the Bromans.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Decay retained.
Yeah. I hope this actually means they're gonna keep doing something with them as opposed to them being goons for hire.
Yeah.
Which doesn't fit the character at all. And I hope this keeps the bromans going, okay, we fucked up, we need to do more. And
keeps
more
the feud
goofy,
going, basically.
More goofy segments, kind of stuff like that, because bromans are awesome.
Drew interview, I'm going to win type stuff. He fights Lashley, main event, was given time. It was really good because Lashley and Drew Galloway are really good wrestlers. It was an interesting because it was knockout or tap out.
Yeah, knockout or tap out. There was no pinfall.
Now, by knockout, they literally meant Iron Man ruled, so one to count out the guy.
Yeah.
That's what they meant by knockout.
Which is, hey, I mean, they always make it up as they go along. So